Alright, welcome back. We're going to be looking at a game of Commander on Magic the Gathering Online featuring my boy Krond the Dawn-Clad. If you guys want to see the complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com and look for my article, Conqueror and Commander. Have the deck list laid out there, ready for you to look at. Alright, this is a four-player game where we're going to be looking at Corona False God. Who knows what the heck she can be. 5-color controller tribal. Jorkadine is Boros aggro. I really like him, actually. I think I'm going to try and do something around him sometime in the future. And then Ascendant Evankar, mono black control. All these guys are sort of like not high-powered, really make you worried kind of decks. So I'm just going to play it by ear and see how we go. I've got 4 lands plus a Godama's Reach, so that's a keep for me considering Krond's tough casting cost. And I've got a little bit of removal and Return to Dust, which should be good against the Jorkadine player. Plus some recursion with Dowsing Shaman. Jorkadine leads off with a first turn Skull Clamp. Always scary. I get some more land. First couple turns in this game, not a whole lot really happens. Jorkadine plays a Karoo, the original. That's awesome, good for him. Some more removable on my part with Path to Exile possible. Recross the Paths. That's a fun little card. But it's interesting that the Evankar player has Sison. Nice little bit of recursion. And then it looks like the Jorkadine player has Conjurer's Closet. So who knows what he could be bringing. But it's a nice little bit of ramp for the Corona player also. Worn Power Stone to get more ramp on his part, and then I play Kodama's Reach for my own ramp. Next turn I'll probably pop the Verge. He searches up Omen Machine. Now before we get any further, you'll end up figuring out that Omen Machine is basically what the deck is all, completely built around. And it's kind of a crazy card, It doesn't allow people to draw cards, and then you basically have to play whatever you draw. You don't get a choice in the matter. So if you've got a good board position and then you end up drawing your Wrath, you're going to have to cast the Wrath and start all over again. So it's interesting. We'll see what ends up happening. And then the Evankar player plays Endless Whispers, which is a nice little bit of goofiness there as well. I draw Eladramri's Call, and then Omen Machine is going to come out to play. So what's going to happen is it's actually going to help a bunch of these guys ramp because they end up drawing into land. The Jorkadine player cast Karmic Guide, and I assume it's just to have a creature because there's nothing in his graveyard, and then he quits the clamp. So we'll see what he ends up doing. Grave Consequences is a weird little card, but it just means that everybody's got to exile a card from their graveyard, or else he gets to draw a card. It's just that, I don't know. You don't have to worry about it. It's a card you're probably never going to see again. Oh yeah, and then the Evankar player plays Angel's Trumpet, which basically makes everybody attack. So he's got a fair bit of goofiness in his deck as well. I get Scavenging Ooze from my draw with Omen, and I play Krond. I'm not really worried at this point. Oh yeah, and then I get the Trumpet makes them tapped. Phyrexian Metamorph copying Omen Machine. Just goofiness. I wasn't really worried about Krond getting tucked at this point because if it really was necessary, I could have pathed him just in case anything happened. I wasn't, I'm not expecting anything like that at this point, but we'll see. Jorkadine pays to have the Karmic Guide stick around, gets another land or two, and attacks the Omen player, because Omen Machine is one of those cards that just like people aren't going to like no matter what. They want to be able to do whatever they want whenever they can. The Evankar player plays Siphon Mind, and I dump a forest because I'm pretty well set with lands. And the Corona player has the Sizen that they have to dump. Death Pits of Wrath. Creature control. So the other thing is Omen Machine kind of combos with Sizen, and that it just Sizen deals 2 damage and nobody gets to draw their cards. Oh yeah, nice Scavenging Ooze. Mosswort Bridge is my first one. I stick Battle Mastery under it, and then it's another land. I play Aladamri's Call for Totem-Guide Heartbeast because I need to be able to put a enchantment on Krond, and I only really have enough mana for a 1 mana enchantment, so I'm going to go for Rancor. And Heartbeast is going to allow me to search that up and cast Rancor in the same turn, while keeping my Path to Exile mana available. And I go ahead and get rid of one of the Omen Machines, the Metamorphed one. So there's still one Omen Machine out there. Spell Twine, casting Recross the Paths and my Aladamri's Call. If I'd wanted to, or if I was smart, I could have exiled one of them with Scavenging Ooze, but I just didn't think about it. And I used Krond to hit Evankar because he's playing some goofiness here, and I just don't want to deal with him too much. So he's gonna feel the wrath. Jorkadine's playing Akrama's Memorial. Oh yeah, and Rift Sweeper comes in to get Phyrexian Metamorph back into his graveyard, or his deck. Angelic Destiny is going on Karmic Guide. Angelic Destiny is a card that I considered for Krond, but the enchanted creature has to die in order to get Angelic Destiny back, and I just didn't want to have to make sure, guarantee that Krond ended up in the graveyard or something. Oh yeah, and then Sun Titan, look at that. Sun Titan gets... Oh yeah, he was going for Ghost Quarter in his graveyard, that's right. And I used Scavenging Ooze to get rid of it. So it was probably a good thing that I didn't use the Ooze for the Spell Twine targets, because what he would have done is start to Ghost Quarter a bunch of stuff. Probably my Mosswort Bridge. And I want Battle Mastery to come back out to play soon. Oh yeah, so the Ascendant Evankar guy plays what is it? Temporal Extortion, and I step up and I pay the mana, or the life. So I'm down to 15. And he's he's a little annoyed at me because I actually paid the life. He just wanted to draw an extra card, I guess. But I just didn't want to. His goofiness is just too goofy for me right now. So whatever, And then he plays Herald of Leshrac, which is a nice little piece of mana theft, but I'm gonna kill him right now. I have enough mana, or enough power, to get Battle Mastery out and put it on Krond, and that'll be able to command or damage him, the Evankar player, to death. And then I'm probably going to get rid of the other Omen Machine just so that I don't accidentally wrath the board with all the good stuff that I've got going on right now. And I attack the Corona player. I put Battle Mastery on Krond, and that's good game for the Evankar player. And the Corona player basically says that his whole deck's built around Omen Machine. Now that it's exiled, he doesn't really have much of a plan other than just to see what he draws. And the Jorkadine player has Maze of Ith, but that's not going to be much of a pain with Krond running around out there. What he does is he Tectonic Edges my Mosswort Bridge right now. Doesn't matter, I already got what I needed out of it. And then he plays Conjurer's Closet so that he can bounce Sun Titan back and forth. But I path to exile Sun Titan so that he can't do that. this is a... I was thinking about blocking the Karmic Guide, but I forgot that she has first strike, especially because I'm down to 8 life. It's kind of an iffy situation, but at least I can get rid of some of this stuff next turn with Return to Dust, and hopefully gain like 1 or 2 lives with Scavenging Ooze's ability. So I'm up to 9 now. I draw my own Tectonic Edge, and I blow up the Maze of Ith, and then I attack Krond, and the Corona player has Prov, so he uses Prov for... well, he doesn't use Prov. But I got rid of Angelic Destiny. What I meant to do was actually just get rid of Karmic Guide. It was a misclick. Because if he doesn't have a creature, then I can't get hurt. At this point, at least. The Corona player blocked with Rift Sweeper. He's at 23. Jorkadine's at 23, but has taken a hit from double striking Krond, so he's going to die next turn. Corona does nothing. Jorkadine plays Expedition Map and pops it for Sunhome so that he can double strike Karmic Guide. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I was expecting to have to Return to Dust, like one of the things that was on Karmic Guide, but he ends up quitting. I would have just had to block too. I mean, I had some outs, luckily, but not a ton. Haven't really drawn any card draw, but I do have a little bit of recursion if really necessary, but there's nothing in my graveyard really to recur yet. So then I just swing in and I kill Corona, taking out Prov. Oh no, I don't kill him yet because Prov's still out there. So he's got another turn or two. But Corona's not really able to do much. I just liked this game because it had a different deck. I mean, his whole deck was built around Omen Machine. Massacre Worm doesn't really hurt me too much. I can go ahead and exile him and then swing in unimpeded. And if I really needed to, I could either cycle Krosan Tusker, or play Krosan Tusker to have another body, or yeah, see, it didn't matter. Or I could have cycled him. So anyways, that was the game. Jorkadine player could have made me a little slower if he hadn't quit, but them's the breaks. Alright.